Hello, how is everyone doing today? Today I wanted to share on, these mistakes, decisions, and lies that we sometimes make or we have to choose. And it's based on an experience that I had today. I know I have not come on live and made a scope in a long time, but I'm always here to encourage and to uplift anyone. So today I want to talk about mistakes that we may do and decisions that we have to make based on the mistakes that we make in life. Today I made a big mistake, and when I did that, I felt so bad. I even cried because of how the individuals were affected based on the mistake or decision that I made. And when we make a mistake, we think, we think about a way of how am I going to fix this? Or even how am I going to cover up what I make? Because of course, sometimes we don't want to acknowledge that we made a mistake. And sometimes, we want to make up this excuse or this lie just to cover up what we did. And my advice today is, just tell the truth. Tell the truth no matter what the outcome may be. Sometimes we think, well, if I tell the truth, someone is going to be upset or someone is going to be offended. What is the outcome? And sometimes the things that we think that may happen may not even be the results of being, honest or being truthful. And that's what I did today. I decided, you know what? I am going to say the truth, regardless of what will be the outcome of me confessing to my mistake. Hi, how are you doing? Is that Jimmy887? How are you doing? Where are you from? And another reason why I took some notes, I was contemplating and pondering on the things that happened to me today. Oh wow, you're from Kuwait. You're really far. What time is it where you're at right now? And like I was saying, when I go through things, sometimes I like to write. If I know I'm going to encourage someone. 2:00 in the morning. I think it's maybe 8:00 over here. Wow. Well, thank you for joining, and I hope you'll be encouraged or you'll get something from my scope today. And I was also saying that once you admit to your mistake, you will feel much better. And what you do is move on. Move on and learn from your mistake. Sometimes when we make a mistake, we feel so bad. Sometimes we throw pity parties and we ponder so much instead of, moving on and growing from the mistake. Now, if you decide to take the other route and it is to lie, it will be, your lie, and everyone that's there may realize that you are not telling the truth. And also, when you lie, you have to keep covering up that lie. You have to keep remembering what you said to cover up that lie. So my advice to you today would be, if you make a mistake, the first thing you want to do is acknowledge your mistake. Confess to everyone that's involved, even if it's going to hurt them or if it's going to be upset. The best way to go is always to confess and tell the truth. What you want to do is learn from this mistake. You want to move on and just grow from this mistake. And sometimes, to be honest, sometimes the only way that we can grow is through mistakes. What you want to do is get back up again, learn from that mistake, and move on. And of course, you don't want to cover up that lie. When I was thinking about what the mistake that I did today and how bad I felt about it, I was thinking, if I had covered this up or I had lied, I thought about, Adam and Eve, when Adam and Eve, they ate the apple. If you think about it, once they did that, I remember in the Bible it says that God, when he called Adam, he said, Adam reply was, okay, sometimes I'm not going to even respond to some of the comments. When God called Adam, his response was, I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid. Before Adam or Eve ate the apple, they were not embarrassed of their nakedness. But once they ate the apple, they became embarrassed. So once they did that, and because of his response, God knew that they had, ate from the forbidden fruit. The same way, when you lie, you may think that you are covering up your lie. But because of your lie or the excuse, the person that's involved, they may know automatically that you are not being truthful. So the best thing that you want to do is always confess. Acknowledge what you did, confess, and apologize. Sometimes it's very hard for people to apologize when they do a mistake. In the past, it was very hard for me to apologize, but as I'm growing, I'm becoming wiser. I know the best thing to do, even if you know you're going to hurt someone, even if you know someone is going to be upset, always apologize, and you'll just grow from it. We're all humans. We do mistakes, and sometimes that's the only way we will grow. And to be honest, from the mistake that I did today, I learned a valuable lesson. What I'm not going to do is ponder and dwell on this mistake and do a pity party, but what I'm going to do is grow from it. So my advice today would be, if you hurt someone, if you did something that you are not supposed to do, acknowledge the truth, move on, and learn from your mistake. I did not want to come here and make this a long scope. Usually when I go through things, I like to encourage myself. Sometimes, instead of doing a pity party, you should use, what you learn as share it with others, so you can encourage others that may be going through the same thing that you are going through. So my encouragement for you today is, if you have made a mistake, and if you know this mistake is going to hurt someone, if you know this mistake is going to make someone really upset, don't let this be the justification for you to lie or cover up. Sometimes people respect you more for being honest. Just acknowledge your mistake, ask for forgiveness, move on, and let this, don't dwell on it, but don't forget about it. Let it be a learning experience so you don't do it again. Be blessed, stay encouraged. I love you guys. Until next time. I don't tend to do a lot of messages, but I do tend to come on when I have something that I would like to share that will encourage someone. I will be updating my blog either next week or the first week of July, God's will. And I will be coming on Periscope, just to let you guys know when I will be updating my blog. My blog is a place that I use to encourage and uplift and renew individuals. I like to share messages that I feel God has led me to share to others. I also have a section on my blog that's called Star of the Month. The reason I created this section is there are many individuals out there that go through things. And sometimes, even though the experience that they have had has been a very bad one, they don't let this experience hinder them or hinder their progress. What they do is they decide to grow from it, move on, and sometimes become very successful regardless of what their past looked like. So I decided to label or title this section in my blog Star of the Month, because sometimes people have gone through so much and they have fought through and continue to prosper in life, and some of these individuals stories have not been shared. And sometimes these individuals are not acknowledged. So that is why Radiant Spark is here to, encourage these individuals that may have gone through so much in life. And I am working, actually, I've been communicating with my new star of the month. Her story is an amazing story. So I will be here sharing and letting you guys know when I'm going to update my blog. I also have a section that's for poetry, and I will share that also with you guys. Be blessed, stay encouraged. Until next time.